So it's a beautiful day, and we're just going to continue along in this cedar swamp. Now right there is something we don't see every day. See that one right there in the opening? A gray birch, also called white birch. Very nice. Right? Yeah, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's definitely a gray birch. Not to be confused with paper birch, which doesn't grow around here. Now it's so dark in here, very dark in here, but very bright. Actually, I'm partially hidden by clouds right now. The sun is, but the interior of these swamps are very dark. Now, let's see. Now we'll go a little further. I showed you one pitcher plant. I'm sure there's plenty more. See all the sweet bay magnolia leaves on the ground? I showed you this in an earlier video. See, here's one. With some leaves still on it. And I don't know why they stay on it if it's not an evergreen tree. See how tall this blueberry is? What do you think? 12 feet? Amazing. Here's some more blueberry flowers. These ones are pretty young. I mean, you know, pretty immature flowers. Okay, what we're going to do, since we're here, we might as well do this. I'm going to try to get in here to get closer to some of these pitcher plants, which I have showed you before. My video called Spring in the Cedar Swamp was in that video I showed you some pitcher plants. Well, it's very wet, I can't get in there, but there's that one right there, that one right there, one over there, one over there. See, pitcher plants are very common in the swamps and bogs, as long as there's sunlight available. They don't do well in the shade. Alright. The one that's really common is the sundews. And we have three kinds of sundew. Round leaf, spatulate leaf, and thread leaf. I don't know if we're going to see any though in April. Anyway, continuing along. This is good. We got a fresh memory stick and a fresh battery. Look at those cedars move. They're really swaying. Too bad you can't see it very well. The brush gets really tight in here. The sun keeps going in and out behind the cloud, or clouds. Like I said earlier in the video, my friend, historian Robert A. Peterson, who's no longer with us, used to refer to cedar swamps as cathedral forests. I think he was onto something there. Of course, I don't think he made that up himself. It's a well-known descriptive term for these places. Look at the beauty of the sphagnum moss down there. I'd really love to clear this trail out a little bit. There's a nice sized mountain laurel. I'd really love to clear this trail out a little bit, make it better for hiking. But the ATV riders would love it. I mean, they go through here anyway, but it would just make it easier for them. They do enough damage as it is, and they're not allowed in here anyway. It's a wildlife management area. There's another beautiful white birch. There's a small airplane overhead. If this video gets too long, I'm gonna have to start chopping it up. I don't like that idea, but what are you gonna do? Yeah, see, it's very difficult to hike through here. It's hard to believe this is technically a public road, although it's not used as such. I said this one time before that in 1985 I drove a 1972 Buick on this road, and I drove all the way through to the north end where it comes out on a paved road. And the scary part was, I got to a place where there was water on the trail. I thought, oh no, I can't back out. So I just continued right through, slowly, at the speed of a walk, you know. And the water level was just above the top of the hood of my car. Literally, the top of the hood of my car was underwater by about an inch, and it splashed my windshield just before I pulled out of it. Amazing story, but it is true. I can't even believe it myself now. And that was crazy. If you know, I was young, I wouldn't have tried such a thing. Fortunately, it didn't do any damage to my car. The water didn't go in my air intake, fortunately. Here's another pipe under the road, keeping the water flowing from one side of the swamp to the other. See, I'll put up a map to this in the description. It's a pretty big swamp, very big. Yeah. And this here is sweet pepper bush. Right, more sweet bay magnolia. I see some more white birches, you know, white birch, gray birch, whatever you want to call it. A bunch of them here. Yeah, it's the only thing I don't like coming through here is the spider webs. See, there's some of those helicopter seeds from the swamp maples. Ooh, 10 minutes.